reign, the financial sector would double its share of the economy. Companies that once sold products would now sell loans.
General Electric essentially was a hedge fund. General Motors, etc., car companies, they didn't make money selling cars, they made money financing cars.
And firms that had once worked in service to their clients would now make enormous profits trading for themselves, engineering ever more exotic financial products like derivatives, which, unlike traditional assets, were bought and sold in secret and left completely unregulated.
Financial derivatives have grown at a phenomenal pace. Despite the concern these complex instruments have induced, they have contributed to the development of a far more flexible and efficient financial system.
Despite the fact that derivatives lay at the heart of both the '87 crash and the LTCM bailout, Greenspan resisted any attempt to regulate them, even leading the charge against Brooksley Born when she tried to monitor this exploding market under existing laws.
I am very concerned that we will put in place new forms of government regulation of all sorts which will not work.
I see no evidence to suggest that this is a troubled market.
What are you trying to protect?
We're trying to protect the money of the American public, which is at risk in these markets.
If you're going to let companies write this form of insurance against extreme events, someone has to figure out whether it's innovation or whether it's a scam. So someone's got to police that. The mistake I made in my own thoughts at the end of the 90s was assuming that would take place, and it didn't.
Greenspan's ideology won out, and 10 years later, the U.S. taxpayer would spend over $182 billion bailing out insurance giant AIG's unregulated derivatives unit. Greenspan also repeatedly declined to enforce the Glass-Steagall Act, which separated traditional banks from Wall Street. The message was clear. The nation's most powerful banking regulator considered regulation itself obsolete.